All right, and welcome everyone to the much anticipated, somewhat long overdue session 2 of our Chronicles of the Roaring Shores adventure into the Boarwood. The Boarwood Incident is what it's called. The other one's Into the Thicket. This is the Boarwood Incident. Wow, I practiced it in my head 6 times, and then I still said it wrong. So I am going on 2 hours of sleep, but I also really want to play some games. So we're going to be playing some games and getting after it here this evening.
Luna wants
And
to play games too.
as is tradition, we're just going to go around the table, have everyone quickly reintroduce themselves, and we'll take it from there. So let's start with Atomic, Blau, Drew, and then we'll wrap up with Jesper Please the Fourth.
Hey everybody, I'm Atomic, and I'm playing the role of our shaman Vadrun this evening.
Howdy, everybody. I'm Blau. I'm playing Asmar Salehi, our human fighter.
Hi, I'm Drew. I'm playing Garfolo, the dwarven magus.
I am Jester. I am playing ASCII, the definitely a cleric.
I like that. And of course, I am Der Wolf.
Super totes.
I'm playing literally everyone else. That's my job as the game master. That is my job as the game master. So our last session, you guys had introduced yourselves inside of the local GORM and GROM, and you had discovered, but already kind of known, that the Guild of Registered Mercenaries in this particular city is not doing well. It is not doing well. It is nearly bankrupt. There hasn't been a whole lot of, how to put this, a whole lot of work to be had. And if you recall, and I'm going to bring you guys back so that you know where you at. You guys are in the Flothal Empire, and you are in the town of Krudh. And I'm going to go ahead and just reveal this to you gentlemen really quick. So this is where you were at. You had headed south from town and discovered the site of this ambush, where likely a dozen or so more people had been killed, brutally murdered. The mayor had...
No remains, though.
No remains, though. Yes, no remains. No remains, which is disturbing, perhaps. But you had discovered, after traveling south, at the request of Mayor Finnell, the mayor of this local town, saying he had also mentioned that all of the local militia from Castle Fast, the local Lord Fast, had gone missing. They're gone. We don't know where they are. So there's no one to keep the peace, as it were. So we are going to pick up with you guys having interacted with this squirrel that was also probably an imp. Pretty sure you're convinced it was an imp. I'm pretty sure it turned into an imp.
It popped.
Yeah. And it had been talking to you about some sort of ritual that was going on. They were going to be bringing someone or something. They
needed a lot of blood.
A lot of blood. But, yeah, let's pick up with you guys returning to the local guildhall. And you can hear the sounds of the city. It was morning when you guys left. Took you a couple hours to get there. It's going to be late afternoon, early evening. Let's call it like 5 or 6 p.m., right? So you can hear that sort of evening hustle and bustle, the smell of food and baked goods and cooking meat kind of fills the air of this little city of Krudh. And everything seems idyllic at this point. No blood-curdling screams. There isn't, blood flowing down the streets. And that's good, probably, for now. So this is a good thing, right? That's good. I'm positive about it.
I would hope so.
Yeah. It seems...
If that's not a good thing, I don't want to be bad.
All right, that's fair. That's not a good thing. I don't want to be good. There it is, yeah.
Something like that.
But what did you guys discuss on your way back to the city? What was the game plan? What was discussed? I'm going to give you guys a little bit of time to just talk amongst yourselves. I want to know, what are you guys thinking at this point?
I mean, Asmar's kind of shaken. Would anyone or he would be asked, did anyone see any drag marks for the bodies? Did anyone see any indication of where the people went? Did anyone even see any blood on the ground?
I think there was blood, wasn't there?
Yeah.
There were bloodstains, but no bodies.
I believe we failed some sort of tracking check to kind of follow
yeah.
it. So I think there might have been signs, but we just couldn't
Couldn't
pick
follow
up
them.
on them well enough, and so we went back to town to regroup. What's the name of the Is it just like the militia is what they would be called? The people that are now gone.
Mhm.
Just be the militia.
The fast militia.
Oh, we're gonna go
And-
back to town. I gotta. Gonna go back to town, and we have to tell them what happened. We need to figure out where these rituals are happening, and maybe try and stop it or something. There's a summoner involved. That's the biggest part. We need to maybe find someone that might know more about summoning from the lower realms. Because the fiends that are here aren't just like appearing. They're literally being summoned. I think Garflo picked up on conjuration magic. Like it was very specific that someone was summoning them here. And so we need to go. It's very culty.
Yeah.
We need to go figure out where the cult is and take them out. So we're going back to town to look for information on that kind of summoning, which seems to be falling out of favor. We need to go back to town to see where there might be some ruins, someplace that might be being used for a cult. And Aski might look for a book on something to help her hurt demons, because what she has right now isn't so great.
Mm-hmm.
Asmar would ask, would my steel blades even do anything to them?
Actually, I guess I can roll that. That'd be like religion, right?
Knowledge the plains, baby bird.
Do not have planes trained, so I got religion.
do.
Arcana as well.
I have planes.
Nice.
Wow.
20.
Buy that for a dollar.
So you know how you sometimes see things, but they
Mhm.
aren't actually happening?
Yep.
Yeah. So you have this moment where you see a massive sprawling library, and you're sort of standing in the middle of it, and you can really almost smell that kind of musty old book smell as you're standing there. You're walking, but you suddenly find yourself like walking down the library, and what you imagine like a big old university, old London university, with the big long tables and the chairs, and there's like candlelight and whatnot. And you can see it superimposed over the path you're walking down with your three companions. And you hear someone giving a lecture. And it's a lecture on infernalists and infernalism. And they make mention of a few key points. It's sort of this, and take note that most devils are resistant to your standard steel or bronze blade, as it were, any sort of that. But there are these substances, and he lists off a few things that can overcome their natural resistance to being harmed. So you would have a very good understanding. You're not sure who this person was or why he was giving a lecture. He was blurry and you couldn't really make out his face. It was more of like, it's like a dream where you know there was a person, but their face is all blurry. It was like that.
I like the idea that it was also like in an old dialect too, like a old
The
antiquated way of
the
speaking.
Old
old
antiquated
English.
way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your demon. Doth
Yeah, they all used to speak like prospectors.
resistance.
Yes.
Thy sword. And show, if you get the special ones with the iron that's cold, you might be able to get them.
Get them
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
He'll so when he does his spirit, sees in the spirit realm kind of thing, he's like, even though you can only see one of his eyes to begin with, but he kind of has
silver. Good and silver. Yeah.
this like 1,000-yard stare kind of thing where he just stops
Yeah.
moving and stares in a direction.
Seeing that he's doing that to try and like keep other people's other people out of it. He'd kind of get them by the shoulder and keep them walking at a slow pace so we don't fall completely behind, or people are like, what the fuck is he doing?
But almost like in like a, after like he's silent for a good 20-30 seconds, and then afterwards he'll kind of effectively cast fill in and be like, infernals and they're sort of immune to most things, but they can be wounded by, and he'll
Silver
list
and good.
silver, good, he says possibly adamantine, he just lists off, gives a list, but it just sounds like he's reading a fucking Wikipedia article. Which Asmar is probably used to this by now at this point, or he just does that, but yeah.
Notes.
The steel won't be very effective. He looks a little bit more shaken at that. At least they seem to be little so far.
Gold iron shouldn't
That
be
one
too hard to
was
find.
not. It was literally kicked out for being the runt, and we couldn't even kill it. So
We didn't try to kill it very hard.
fair, but still not a great sign.
No.
The militia gone, it's like the Gorm's gonna be the only ones protecting the city as well. We might need to do more things around the village than just hunting down whatever cult might be popping up in the woods.
The other half of the Gorm's handling that. I think we should focus our attentions if we can.
We'll see.
Our directions. How are the he'd pull up take a couple steps past where he was walking beside Vidrin and step up beside Garflow and kind of lean over and ask him quietly so as to not alert the entire town. How's the wound?
How is it?
I don't know if you got healed or not. I just know
Okay.
our tokens on this map are at full health. Okay.
Yeah, we are. Okay, yeah. It's better since my healing.
No festering, no signs of any of that.
Doesn't seem to be.
I'd be
Ask
worried
you could
about
hear
it with-
this.
I suppose our healer is
Oh, yeah, he just
better
didn't want
than-
to. Sorry, go ahead.
I suppose our healer is better than she seems to be. I don't know. I can't quite get a bead on her.
Just like in front, like a little puppy just clinking along with their big oversized backpack. Just, la, 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 la.
I'm telling you need the wind chime staff. And he didn't want to keep from the rest of the party. He just wanted to make it so he wasn't like calling out the fact that our prideful dwarf friend got hurt to the entire village.
So as you guys, I'm going to actually put you on the village map, which is a very large map. If you guys zoom out, you'll be like, holy crap, this thing's huge. So
Holy crap, this thing's huge.
it is. It's a big map. I will zoom out for everyone as well. You guys can see this thing. It's a huge map. It's enormous. Like it's.
Where are we?
I will
Southern
ping, I
end.
will ping you to it in just a moment.
Okay, I see us.
Yeah.
What I miss? People are at my door.
I mean,
We got total party wiped.
Yeah, TBK. GG.
Right.
Sorry.
We're doing the epilogue right now.
Yeah.
See.
sorry.
Oh.
In the arms.
We really could have used
of-
you, frankly.
In the arms of a herbalist, fly away from here. That's funny. No. So, you have through your spirit connection discovered that silver and good aligned weapons can potentially harm devils and what have you. And as you enter into the village, as I said, the smell of food, there's some music playing. The village seems to be in good spirits. It's that something bad's probably happening outside the village, but most people just go about their days, right? Like, oh, we're at war, but the war's over there, right? So everyone's just kind of going about their day. No one seems to be nervous or upset or anything of that nature as you enter into the town. Now, you've got some options. You guys can make your way directly back to the GORM, or you can do some exploring in the city. Look for, I don't know, a library, a temple. There's a lot of different interesting locations that you guys can go and explore and meet some people and what have you. You mentioned that there are some things you'd like to start to maybe research or supplies you'd like to gather. So I would leave it up to you guys to discuss, and then we can create some encounters here for you, and you can start to get to know a little bit more about the city.
How much so if we're gonna hurt these things, I need to work on my alchemistry a little bit. But you said silver weapons, right? Did I overhear correctly?
Yes, silver, cold iron, that sort of
How
thing.
much do you think that would cost? I'm not one for stabby bits.
Depends on what you want.
Gold iron's not too expensive, but silver will be costly. At least for, like, check this coin pouch. Meager wealth.
I have enough to buy
Does
a small
cold iron
blade.
work on demons?
As well.
Yes, cold iron does.
Not on devils.
Not on devils.
Yeah.
But we don't know that.
You don't.
So Mr. Asmar is going to go buy one of each. I
Hmm.
think cold iron's just double.
Gold
In
iron's
terms
double.
of-
Silver for a decent weapon is 90, I think. Plus.
Yeah, I'm
whatever
just going to
base
get
was.
kukri. I'm going to get a pair of kukris. Another pair, I should say.
Not
I mean,
bad
I've got
idea.
Do we have enough money for anything like that?
Yeah, I've still got 70 gold. We started with max gold.
I spent every cent.
I've got 103 gold, so I can help you out if you want to get something bigger. Well,
No, because it'd be
Sorry.
180 to get my falchion done. That's too much.
Early levels of a campaign, when 180 gold's a lot. Later levels,
Yeah.
we're like, I guess we'll drop 30 racks on resurrecting everybody.
well, or last night we were like, I think let's get a water cure Krudh. How much is that? 21 grand? Yeah, fuck it, let's do it. I was just like, just drop
It's
21 grand. It's fine. It's fine.
So yeah, Asmar wants to go visit the weaponsmith if there was one dedicated in town. If not, just a blacksmith will do.
Yeah, there's a gentleman by the name of Calvris. Calvris is his name. He is the local blacksmith and a man that's been in town for quite a long time. He is one of those. His voice sounds like he's a lot older than he is, but he looks early 30s, late 20s. But his voice sounds like he's in his 50s or 60s.
He sounds like an 18th century prospector.
He sounds. Well, let me tell you this much, boys. No, he makes tools. He's
Mhm.
got a couple of young lads that apprentice with him as well, and he runs the local blacksmith shop, which is right here. And we're gonna have a quick little scene with you approaching him. So who's going to the blacksmith shop?
Asmar would request that ASCII come because he knows that you can't make actual weapons out of silver, and it's an alchemical process to bind the silver to the steel. So
I'm a cleric.
if
What would I know about that?
you said you just talked about alchemy on the
I don't know what you're
road,
talking about.
like what?
You got me confused with somebody else.
I think Aski's gaslighting you.
I think I'm being gaslit right now. No,
You don't say.
yeah, but he would request that she come with him just because he's not very confident a small town blacksmith has that kind of expertise. Like cold iron, I think it's pretty simple to work with as far as it goes, but the silver is an alchemical thing. And other than that, I don't have anything. Anyone's welcome to join.
It's all right. We'll do a little ASCII scene here. It's all about ASCII. That's what I'm saying.
I didn't plan for it to be.
It's all about ASCII and Asmar. But you guys approach the blacksmith shop, and it's just called Calvers. Kalvris. Calvers. That's just the name of the blacksmith shop. There's a little anvil and a hammer. A little sign creaks a little bit. You can tell that likely he is starting to slow things down for the evening. There's a little bit of smoke rising. You do hear kind of a tink, tink, tink from inside. But as you guys approach, you see two young lads, late teens, dressed in blacksmith's aprons, kind of a little dirty and sooty. leaving. They've got backpacks on, and likely they're leaving for the day, having been dismissed. But as they see you, they nod, just wish you well, and move past. And as you enter to the door, the man inside has long black hair that is pulled back into a ponytail that is out of the way, sort of binded very tightly in a straight line to his back, and then it's like tucked. You can tell it's tucked into like his jacket or his apron. So he's got like the apron around his tuck so that it doesn't swing around and he doesn't catch on fire. But he lifts up a hammer, and there is a ka-ting, ka-ting. Takes what appears to be a long farm implement. Maybe he's making a scythe or something like that for farming, but he takes it, looks at it, starts to do some shaping. As you enter in, there is a jingle jingle. He's got a little door, little bell on it, jingle jingle, and he looks up, looking over, and offers you a warm smile. And he says, "Well, I was just getting ready." No, I'm just kidding.
Jesus
says-
Christ.
He
Every
says,
NPC just has that voice from now on.
"Well, I was just getting ready to shut down for the evening, but, well, the sign still does say open. Something I can help you all with."
Well, I'd like to get a pair of these made. And he'd pull his kukri sheath and all from his belt and set it on the counter.
Looks at it.
And I have a couple of special requests if you're capable.
Curved blade. Oak for the handle.
Doesn't need to be exact.
This
At least the
blade-
material.
He takes it and he like sets it on his finger, and he's like, "It's balanced well. Any particular reason why you want it replaced?"
I want to keep it. I'd like one of silver and one of cold iron. Alchemical silver, not mundane.
It's still balancing on his hand, his finger, and he grabs the hilt and turns it and offers it back to you. And he gives you a very quizzical look. Silver and cold iron. That is a unique request, sir.
Asmar grimaces slightly and kind of looks around to ensure there's no one else in the shop. The village is facing trying times. What happened to the caravan earlier? I'd like to be prepared.
He dusts his hands off and nods. Give me a moment. Turns back and he opens like the chute so that like the fire isn't contained. It starts to billow up and it starts to like release itself a little bit. And he turns around and he leans on the anvil and he says, "So the rumors are true. There was a caravan
What?
that was attacked and people are dead."
I thought the caravan was public knowledge at this point because some of them made it back.
Well, he still says what he says.
Okay. Don't know about the dead people. I know the caravan's missing. I know we didn't find anything out there.
Nothing. Nothing out there
think
whatsoever.
No bodies. That's what I mean by I don't know if there's dead people or not. We found blood.
He runs his tongue over his bottom teeth, thinking.
I would appreciate if you would keep this between us, not to panic the town.
He raises a hand, somewhat dismissively and understanding. I have no reason to tell anyone else what you're telling me, but I can't help but wonder, why cold iron, why silver? At the end of the day, gold is gold. I'll be happy to do it for you, but
I don't think you'd believe me.
Where?
And even if you you chuckle at that. And even if you did, gold is gold, as you said. And well, if you need to find out, make one, make two, make one for yourself as well.
I'm mostly interested in the silvering process.
Yes, I wasn't sure if you'd have billets of alchemical silver on hand. My friend here may be able to help you with that.
candidly speaking, silver weapons aren't in high demand. Not a lot of lycanthropes in these parts. That's further
Kinda
south. And he smiles.
Kind of smile softly at that as well.
Well,
Avoid the Southlands. Understood.
so I hear. Well, I can get started on it for you. It would take me a day or so to complete it quickly. 2 days or more to complete it in the right way. Which do you prefer?
2 days or more will be fine, I think.
Very well. And Miss, you have some alchemical acumen or skill?
I'm very interested in the silvering process. I think it might be very beneficial to learn exactly how this goes. So if I could apprentice under you for the 2 days while you're making the silver sickle, I would appreciate it heavily.
Kukri, not a sickle.
Yes, they're sharp.
Not a weaponsmith, is she?
You have failed your first test. Get out of my shop.
I can see it's going to be a long road to teach you. Yes, indeed. So he will converse with you a little bit, asking for specifications, weight, length, blade length, etc., and get a good idea of what you want. But he will make it for you at cost, as a courtesy of helping the city. So he'll make it for you at cost, so half price basically, is what he'll do for you. He's not going to upcharge you, so it'll be half price to make it, and he'll make both. Hey,
Barking off my gold now.
you guys are trying to save the city. That's the place where he lives, and you know.
That's my
where his
family
shop
is.
is.
That's where he has his shop and a mistress. Like he can't let this happen. Come on.
That's where the bodies are buried.
That's where the bodies are buried. If the city gets overtaken, they'll discover the bodies, and then he'll go to jail. Can't allow that. So, no, but he will work with him, and so over the next 2 days.
For clarification, just for ASCII's part in this,
Yeah.
I can only right now I can use positive energy bombs, which actually don't hurt demons. They don't hurt anything except for undead. And so what I would like to do, there's like an 8th level discovery to get like holy bombs or something like that. I'm not 8th level. I'm not going to be 8th level in this camp. I think we're going to like 7 or 8. So I don't think it's going to be available to me anytime soon. I'd like this to kind of be the prelude for apprenticing under him for 2 days to kind of learn how this silver works, so I can take that 8th level discovery of holy bombs or whatever now instead of at level 8, so I can do something, because I can't deal damage right now. If that's okay with you.
You know what? I'll consider it.
That's fair. It would be a replacement.
I've considered it. I'll allow it.
Okay.
Sure, why not? That seems cool. Then you have a good roleplay reason to do it. And if you replace something for it, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
And you're going to be dealing this level of damage, not 8th level of damage. So
No. It's just the type of damage changes.
Yeah,
it doesn't change anything else.
I want to be a level 20. I want to be a level 20 right now. And
that's it.
That's it.
Although I do think like the holy bomb is like demons. I think demons and devils get stunned by holy bombs.
Yeah.
Or staggered, maybe. I'll look into it.
Look it up. We'll figure it out. But I like that. He's gonna apprentice with you. That'll be someone in the background. But over the next couple of days, you will be apprenticing with him, and he'll be showing you how the process works, and something will click for you. It is likely Kaleidos. He's likely speaking through him to you, because you know that is the god that you worship, god of music, and art and beauty. But
I feel my god through this.
You do feel your god. So what about the other two? What's Garflo and Verdun doing? Together or apart? Talk to me.
Garflo's probably is there like a library in town?
There is. There's a couple of different locations you guys could head off to.
He would probably be looking for a library that might have something on other planar entities.
So this town is actually relatively cultured. There is a library that is right off the main square, good sir. Right off the main square. And I'm just going to drag you up and over to the main square. All right, the library, which is right here. Look at that. It's a pretty nice building. And what's really cool about the library is those like little places where people are like take a book, leave a book kind of thing. They have a take a book, leave a book
kind of thing, yeah.
Kind of thing, right? And one of the books that is always readily available is one called The Chronicles of the Roaring Shores. by Purus Ferlilio, who is a bard of some renown. And it's basically like a primer that anyone that wants to travel can read and write in. And the idea is that you take this book. It's the player's guide, by the way, the actual player's guide, but it exists in the world. And the idea is that if you learn stuff, you write it down in it, and then every time you meet somebody that has it, you swap notes, right? And then you build this collection of knowledge for that. But you guys have approached the library. And this one is called, this particular library is run by a man named Zoltan. Run by a man named Zoltan. Zultan. Zultan. And Zoltan is a bearded dwarf. Kind of a grumpier sort of fellow. Not a lot of dwarves in this area, despite the fact that they are close. This area is close to the area where the dwarves kind of come from, as it were, which is known as the Ostrani Horde, and they are from Sil Dryardrin. Sil Dryardrin is kind of the dwarven fortress and capital, which exists to the south of the Ostrani Horde, which is east from your location through the Iron Grove Sultanate. And I'll go ahead and just show this to you guys really quick. So you guys are in the Flothal Empire. You guys are currently, like, right here, right? And dwarves mostly come from over here on the right-hand side. All right, makes sense? Everybody got the locations? Everybody clear? 3, 2, 1, perfect, you get it. Let's head back to the city. All right, let's zoom you guys back into where I need you to go. All right, so the library is usually open late. This is a place where townsfolk like to come and read, and there's always a decent crowd inside. Reading, knowledge, for whatever reason, this particular village is like a good pastime. Not a whole lot going on. The city doesn't have a theater. The city doesn't have a bardic college, but they got books. They got a lot of books. There's actually 3 libraries in the city. 3. This is just the largest. I know. This is just the largest and most well stocked. So you guys may enter in as you see fit and begin your research. And also, I will not calm down, Jesper, please. You calm down.
Calm down with the library's cursed. Come on.
Yeah.
Save some reading for the rest of us.
I'm not going to do that.
Okay. I guess I will go in. And I will talk to the fellow dwarf.
Yeah, stupid, bloody, fucking stupid, late fees. There's a reason. There has to be rules. There has to be goddamn rules. God's damn, not there's more than one god, not too many of them died, but there's got to be rules. And if you don't follow the feckin' rules, then you get feckin' in trouble. 2 copper fine. And there's this little child, maybe 13 or 14, right? And he's standing at the counter, okay? And he's holding a book in front of him. And this dwarf is just going off on this kid. Like, going off on him about it's late. He didn't turn it in time. There's rules. He's got to follow them. And the kid is just bawling, just in tears. And this dwarf is red-faced, angry, shouting at him. Meanwhile, everyone else that's in here, about half a dozen people that are reading, just chilling. Just, like, ignoring the scene that's taking place as you approach.
I guess I'll look at the boy.
I'm sorry,
Lad.
I didn't know it was late. I really liked the book, and I was gonna recheck it out, and I'm sorry that I didn't bring it back in time, and it doesn't feckin' matter. You were late. You're banned. You can never borrow a book from here again, you little twat. And he's just yelling. He's very angry. Would you like to de-escalate or escalate the situation further?
Yeah, I would like to try and de-escalate this.
All right.
You can leave. It's not too late.
Jumps in, helps out the dwarf.
I did tell you there are 2 other libraries in the city. You're like, yeah, fuck this place.
I'm gonna cast Fireball.
Okay. There's a lot of old books.
There is
very
2
flammable.
libraries now.
There's now 2 libraries in the village.
No.
We will recreate the burning of the Library of Alexandria.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him the like you know what? I bet I have a spell for this.
You gonna give him the business?
Give 'em the business.
I might.
This whole scene is just absolutely hilarious to me.
He's a librarian. You can take him.
Maybe.
Well, my
7th level commoner. Shit.
my fiance's a librarian, and I hear all the library horror stories, and I'm just, yeah, get that kid, get that kid. I bet he's being a little piece of shit.
He was late. He turned his book in late.
Yeah, but you do it once, and then people get complacent, and they start losing things, and then you end up having to ban them. And then you got
Why are the pages stuck together?
And
What the hell, man? What is wrong with you? Pages stuck together?
It's jam, all right? Kid's just a sloppy eater. Come on.
Shouldn't be eating over a book anyway. That'll just make the dwarf more angry.
That's the point. Yeah, exactly.
You're a monster.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to prestidigitate a just a small illusion of the dwarf as he's yelling and screaming of his skin, like to start doing that thing, you know, like in a
This is weird.
cartoon where they're like their skin color gets like redder and redder and redder and fills up.
Yes.
And as he's screaming, like it just starts getting like he just keeps getting redder and redder.
Okay.
And then when it fills the top, like his head just pops open and like steam's coming out, and just something to try and get the kid to laugh.
Okay, well, let me go ahead and give the kid a will save. What's the DC on the illusion?
I think it would be a 13.
Wow, he actually, with his -2 will save, disbelieved the illusion. This kid looks over at the guy seeing this illusion, and then he looks down and he goes, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, Mr. Zoltan. It won't happen again." And he runs out of the library, just crying and sobbing. Meanwhile, this man looks like his ears are bursting with steam, and he's red.
As soon as the kid runs away,
yeah.
What?
Soon as the kid exits out the front door, the man's expression of anger softens, and he goes, "Ah, kids, what can you do? He's a good lad. So, something I can help you with today."
Yes. What do you have on other planar beings?
Extraplanar entities.
I'm sorry, what?
Extraplanar
spawn.
entities?
You looking
Demons?
for fantasy, fiction, non-fiction,
Nonfiction?
Cooking, preferably.
biography?
Okay.
Nonfiction or biography, I believe.
Non-fiction or biography?
Demons, anything? Occult?
His expression goes from like, "Oh, that silly little kid," to, "Who the fuck is this guy standing in front of me?" He begins to speak Dwarven. Do you speak Dwarven?
Oh, I absolutely speak Dwarven.
Not you. I know you speak
Oh.
Dwarven. You're a dwarf. Shut the fuck up.
No, Vidrin does not speak.
All right, he speaks Dwarven. Lad, what you're asking for is odd, to say the least.
Good stuff.
That sort of material is seldom kept out in the open. As you well know, it's a wee bit frowned upon to read on those sorts of things.
Aye, but there's a bit of a infestation in
But
the
you've come to the right place.
in the general area, and we have been tasked with taking it on, and I'd like to learn more about the subject.
This dwarf has the most incredulous look on his face as he looks between the two of you, like the other dwarf, then up to the man with the mask, the other dwarf, up to the man with the mask. He thinks, "Did Bernard at the other library put you bastards up to this? Because he has been fucking aiming for me this whole goddamn last 3 months. He wants to combine our two libraries together. You almost had me talking about demons and devils and these fucking bastards. You're funny. You're funny. For real, what can I get you?"
I've not. It's all on the up and up.
Huh. Huh.
I mean, I can show you the wee beastie we encountered.
What?
I can press to digitate an image of it in my hand.
You want to do that?
No. I said if he wants. I'm just
Give me a diplomacy check on this guy. Give me a diplomacy check. Meanwhile, Verdun's just like having just flashbacks right now.
-1.
Union with the spirits.
Ooh,
That's actually pretty good, bro.
not bad. Yeah.
All right. I've got an old book. What I don't keep out. It's worth a small fortune. I'll let you read it because we're kin. And because that guy standing next to you creeps me out. I don't want him, I don't know, doing whatever
He
it is he
creeps
does.
me out too.
Right? Look at him. He's just quiet, standing there with a mask. You have no idea they're talking about you.
Well, I mean,
Kind of
maybe from even though I can't understand. I mean, I'm assuming this dwarf's talking and he's like looking over. And like,
I mean, it's dwarven. We both it's dwarven. We both sound angry.
oh yeah, I imagine dwarven is very much like German.
There's a spirit dwarf standing next to you, just telling you exactly what
It
they're
just
saying.
translates like these guys are talking some bad shite.
Yeah. That one called you a creepy pecker. So he will take you both back to the back room where he keeps the bodies. Everyone in this town has bodies.
That's why they're all so happy.
And
No one has enemies.
No one has enemies, and
he
everyone
sets you
knows
up
the
on a
bodies
little
are
desk, and he goes over to this like almost like cobwebby looking shelf that has a lock on it. It's got like thick glass. There's a bunch of old tomes in there, and he has like a keychain around his neck with just like a huge like the keymaster from the Matrix. He's like, nope, that one, nope, not that one, this not that one, that, and click, 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 nope, not that one. And it takes him like a minute, and he finds the key. He's like, this is the one. Opens it up, and he pulls out a tome that looks ancient. I'm talking like older than your grandma, and she's a couple 100 years old, right? Like she's an old lady. The tome itself, give me a perception check, the two of you on it.
See shit.
You're distracted by the smell in this room, Verdun. The smell in this room smells like skunk. Like it is thick in the air. Like the skunkiest weed you've ever smelled.
It's like a Magic the Gathering tournament.
Correct. It's like a Magic the Gathering tournament. Garflo, you notice the book itself. The leather that binds it is red tinted, but it is a dark kind of crimson red tint. And the name of the book is written in a language of which do you speak Infernal?
I think we established last session that no one knows Infernal.
That's
Yeah, no.
fantastic.
Unless they've learned it between sessions.
Correct. Yeah, I speak Draconic,
Okay.
Undercommon, Goblin, Dwarven, and Common.
Well, here's the book. It's and he's wearing gloves as he sets it down, and he asks you to put gloves on. The book itself, give me a heal check on the book. I want to see if you notice something.
It's very healthy. It's a very healthy book.
Green wood.
Totally
Outrageous.
not made out of skin.
It is made out of leather. What kind of leather, you're not sure. Think about it. You know what it's made out of. I'm just
Oh, I
asking.
know. I absolutely know what
yeah.
it's made out of.
It's gross.
Cow.
Long
Uh,
pig.
You guys are weird. They're gonna be looking for books not made out of cow.
It's made out of long pig.
long pork. Long pig, yeah, it's good. So you have this book. It is unfortunately written in a language you do not understand. However,
gotta
he
work on that.
does have a phrase book that will help you translate, and I will let you make linguistics checks to pick out bits and bobs and pieces. I will effectively allow you to ask 3 questions you can try to research before effectively he gets annoyed and kicks you out. He's like, you can look at it, but I'm sure you can't read it. I can't read it, but I'll at least let you look at it. Maybe you'll pick something up. He will also assist you with the translations. He does not speak it, but he has linguistics, and he gives you a +2 on your checks for linguistics.
Offered to compensate him for his time. Can we get an extra question?
Yes. How much gold?
Let's see. How well off is this town again? I mean, he says pretty cultured, so I assume it's
Pretty cultured. It's pretty well off, you know? But he's also just a commoner, right?
I'll give him 3 gold pieces.
That's pretty good. He'll give you an extra question. He won't get annoyed as quick as he would have otherwise. Sultan, the librarian.
Okay, what do we need for questions here?
Weaknesses. Like
Yeah.
we have an idea, but we want to know. I'd like to get some definite answers on weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
Because like we think gold iron, but you know, as players we know it doesn't work. That sort of thing. Anything else? Because we've really got the one true martial character, and then you know,
Goals and desires,
yeah.
Yeah.
generally speaking, because we don't know shit.
And then after we get done here, well, if I have another line of inquiry, still in the
Perfect.
library, but
Perfect. We're doing our research phase. This is good.
Yeah.
Maybe like locations of significance. If this book's local, it might have something
Places
around
of
here.
power.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so definitely what weaknesses do these demons that we've been encountering have
Mm-hmm.
that we can find?
Mm-hmm. Give me a linguistics check as you do your research.
Let's go to the videotape.
Man, you gotta love
Had
that
to
one.
hurt.
Ooh.
Emotional damage.
You do find the same information you already had from Verdun's vision. They are oftentimes you can harm them with silver and good aligned weapons. Silver or good aligned weapons.
But narrowed it down some at least.
Yeah, it's just yeah.
So I get it's a +2, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Are there any known places of power for them around these parts?
Around Krudh? The village? The city?
God fucking damn it.
Not that you're aware of. Nothing you find in
Yeah.
the book. The book does not appear to be local. It just appears to be a general tome. Ooh. You did get a
+2, so it's 22.
+2, so that's pretty good. Verdun, what are you asking? Because that was your 3rd question. You get one more after this.
Okay. Let's see.
That was our second. It was
Yeah, that was the second question.
weaknesses and places of power.
Oh, okay. Well, this is his 3rd. Verdun's asking the 3rd question. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay.
Oh, I had a train of thought and I lost it.
Okay, take your time.
I'm just gonna ask if there's been any. Does it mention anything about previous incursions? Like, has there been other known, like, well-known incidents of ritualistic? I mean, I guess place of power might do too, but any
no,
like.
No. This is good. This is good. This is good. This is good. So, what you get is a passage that speaks of the thin veil. The phrase that you would translate is the thin veil, where the old gods and the new gods meet. The thin veil where the old gods and the new gods meet. That is a particular line that stands out to you. It almost reads like a prophecy. And you get this very heavy, ominous feeling as you're reading this book. Meanwhile, the dwarf is lighting up a joint and smoking, and chatting up with your character, Drupaka, talking about dwarf stuff. He's like, yeah, caves and holes, right? Mining. Ah, it's so good.
Love minerals.
Love minerals.
Oh,
They're
aye.
great. I'm digging a hole. I'm a dwarf.
But
Digging a
I can
hole.
stone.
Question idea. Not there. Question idea
There's
though.
one more.
We're dealing with, so this book might even detail rituals for summoning in this regard. Maybe there's a do these steps in reverse and we cancel it out, like a way to disrupt the ritual that's we know is happening someplace.
Who wants to ask it?
You don't even need to ask that. That was just a suggestion, like how to disrupt the ritual or how to undo the ritual.
No, I mean it's a good question. I mean, because like we spent people trying to figure out how to interrupt the thing back at the GORM base or whatever and couldn't figure it out. So being able to figure that, I mean, I'm actually trained in linguistics.
I am not, so
I mean, it's not great, but still, I trained is better.
Hey,
than
1 point's
untrained.
better than no points, baby bird.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
So I'll ask, yeah, effectively.
I mean, I do have +3 in it, but I'm not trained and I don't have any points. I just have a high intelligence.
Yeah.
Did you do the background skill things, Drew?
So 19.
Yeah, I don't remember which one it was, but it
Alright.
wasn't linguistics.
Yeah, no problem.
So
19.
the big thing with devils that you discover is devils are all about contracts, and devils, unlike demons, can be reasoned with. They can be reasoned with. Generally speaking, they're not about muhaha, let's murder everyone. They're about let's, gather all of their souls into the Hellforge, that we might make more devils and keep some here to spread the good word of devils.
Yeah,
So
order
they're
is the
very much
chaos.
like that. Yeah, it's all about order and law. It's law to the extreme, right?
Yeah.
So there's something about the blood and the sacrifice that you saw at that site that isn't settling well with you. Something feels off about it, right? Something feels off. But as far as how to disrupt the ritual, you did not hit the DC.
Okay.
You were close, but you just missed it.
Yeah.
That's all of our questions, right?
Yep. He's like, well, lads, I can't leave the book out in the fresh air too long. That cabinet there is magically and alchemically treated to keep these books in good shape. So she's going to have to go back in the books. And he will very carefully close it. Pick it up with his gloved hands. Set it down. Put it in a little box. Reseal it. And
Pay the man his 3 gold pieces.
you're not going to...
In Dwarven, he says, well, thank you for keeping us company, and not getting too creeped out by my friend. And then in Common, he says, thank you for your assistance.
And he will respond to you in Dwarven. No, he creeped me out. That's why I got high as feck. And then in Common, he'll say, yeah, it's my pleasure. No problem. Or I'm sorry. Yes, no problem. Good to meet with you. Pleasure.
Good to be with you. See, that's how I knew the gold would work. It's because he was an old-timey 1800s prospector.
Yeah. So you guys are able to get a little bit of information, as it were, and then head out as he's going to get ready to close things up. As you head out, to the left, standing on a little shelf with books, kind of like perched on top of this little bookcase, is a black cat with a
Meow.
white spot on its chest. And it's just
Bitch.
watches you guys.
Oh,
Red robe fuck.
I was gonna ask if he had anything relating to like devils and stuff in fiction, because Vidrin's line of thought is,
Oh yeah,
you know, how most good lies have a kernel of truth to them.
he does.
If there's fiction, that there might actually be some stuff in there that's
There
actually
is a story that is written by a bard who has been long forgotten about a man who sells his soul to a devil to win the heart of the woman he loves, and how it goes terribly wrong. Terribly wrong, because as you know, if you don't read the fine print, he gets the woman's heart in the end. Her actual heart. It's horrible. It's very sad.
That's how you know how devils actually exist. Is because they just work for corporations writing EULAs.
But yeah, the cat's watching you guys, licking its paw as you exit out.
I was going to say, is there anything peculiar? But cats are. I mean, I have cats, so I'm just like, it doesn't narrow things down at all.
It's just
Cats
a cat.
cats are peculiar by
Little freaks.
by
of nature.
definition.
By their
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
essence,
little
yes.
freaks of nature.
It's just a library cat.
Yeah.
It's just a vibe.
Yeah, it's just vibing, man.
It's not our cat, right? Tilly, I think I named it.
No.
Okay.
Dude, there's a hardware store near me that has a shop cat.
Oh,
Love me a good shop cat.
shop cats are the best.
They're so chill.
Just hangs out in a corner, just watches people.
Judging silently.
Yeah, well, he's a cat. That's
It's what
You
they
know.
do.
yeah, that's what they do.
It's good. So you've gotten a little bit of research. You have 2 weapons being made. Where else we're going? We have some research being done and a little bit of knowledge being learned, some apprenticeship. Verdun, you mentioned you had one other line of questioning you wanted to.
No,
check out.
the fiction stuff was
Okay.
his thing. Just that was kind of his logic there.
At this point, it's likely it was about 6 when you got back. You researched for a while. Went to the blacksmith. Wandered about town. It's likely at this point 7:30. So it's getting later in the day.
You want to hole up for the evening, or what do we want to do?
Better go report the whole lot of nothing we found, at least in terms of the villagers.
Yeah. Sure.
So you guys would rendezvous with one another, somewhat serendipitously, on the road that is on the northern side of the town. A couple of just houses and small shops that exist here. And I will bring everyone over. And as you are making your way, give me perception checks, everyone, as you all sort of rendezvous with one another very serendipitously.
I don't even know they're there.
Ah, Dopplers. Making my way downtown. Faces past.
All right. Okay. Well, here's the good news. Here's the good news.
You see it, but it's only the guy who hallucinates things
Verdun.
that sees it.
You're the one that notices, surprisingly enough, that the sound of the village, that sort of hustle and bustle general murmur, if you've ever seen the movie No Country for Old Men, there's no music in it, and it's quiet the whole time. There's just like awkward silence. It's like that. It's all of a sudden you guys get together, you walk 30 or so feet, and suddenly it's just quiet. You look left, you look right, and you don't see anybody except for the 3 individuals that you're with. There is no sound and there's no smell. You don't smell the fresh baked bread, the evening cooking, the beer being brewed. It's just absence of everything. The only thing you hear is a slight scraping noise, like a tree on a metal roof, and there's wind, and it's scraping. The branches are scraping against that metal roof, that kind of dragging, gnawing sort of sound that you hear. And with that 20, you notice up on the roof of 2 of the buildings, you see a strange and somewhat otherworldly looking creature. 1, 2, 3 of them. They have what appear to be almost humanoid-like faces, but these kind of gnawing-looking teeth, huge bat ears, and they are watching you with great interest and great intent. Very a la, if you've ever heard that short story where the guy sees the devil on the wing of the plane, it should give you that kind of vibes, right? And they're looking very hungry at this point. Very hungry.
Be a quick knowledge check to see if I know what these
You
are.
may do so.
I think when we get back to the GORM, we should like find a map and see if there's like any ruins or something on it, like an old map.
Does anyone hear that?
Scrape,
what?
scrape, 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 scrape. And you hear this
Absolutely
like chittering noise, almost like a squirrel. Like a chittering, yeah.
Do we all hear this? Or is it still
Well, when someone asks, hear what, and he goes, nothing. That's the problem.
You do hear the chittering though.
Yeah.
And then you all, when he points it out, would notice it's quiet save for that chittering.
What would the knowledge check be on these guys?
Knowledge of planes.
Knowledge the planes. 26. It's literally my best skill.
Ooh, baby bird. You know what these are? These are tiny little devils. These are lesser devils, but they're not full devils. They're half devils. And what is disconcerting about this is it looks like someone took a devil and a bat and shoved them together in a vat, shook it up real hard, and this spat out. This is a hybrid of some sort.
Devils.
And as he mentioned devils, if you've ever seen A Quiet Place and those monsters make that screeching noise, they make this screeching noise. I need everyone to give me a quick will save, please.
Quick will save.
And then we're going to be dropping into a little bit of battle. So we're
Well-
going to be rolling our first initiative.
oops.
25.
Okay, you're looking for a DC on the will save, a DC of 13. If you fail, you're shaken for 1 round. Just a fear effect. If you
I am
have reason to
shook.
be
Shook it.
Shaken for 1 round.
You said 13, right?
13, DC 13.
Yay.
23.0.
Click on this one is me.
My saves are so bad, it's hilarious. 2, 2, 10.
You know what I love about low level? Shit's scary.
You can just
Yeah.
die, bro.
Oh yeah. About to get weird.
Crabs.
Like, literally, a house cat could kill you.
It's come
Or
up.
or a methed out imp squirrel.
Okay, first off, he wasn't on meth.
Shaken was a condition in this sheet.
I like to assume that imps are perpetually on meth.
That's very presumptive of you.
Yeah, it is.
And a little rude.
Look, I used to live in a place called Meth Mountain. I think I'm qualified.
Wow, that's...
It's a true story.
I don't... Wow, okay. That... Really?
If you Google Sand Mountain, or if you Google Meth Mountain, it shows up Sand Mountain, Alabama, which is it's a unique part in Northeast Alabama where the climate's just absolutely perfect for making meth. I think National Geographic did a documentary about it.
Fair enough. Speaking of not that, you have devil bats that want to apparently eat you.
Okay.
Take it away.
Okay. The first thing that I'm going to do is... Let's see. Vidrin is going to... What do you think, Blood? Bless or magic weapon? What do you think would be better here?
Must help us all.
Yeah, bless is pretty good. Or I slap you with a magic weapon, which is +1, but at this level. You know what? We'll do some bless. We'll do some bless. So everybody in your buffs, make sure you add a nice little bless.
What does your bless look like when you do it? It's very easy to say I cast the spell, but like, do you call upon a god? Do you call upon?
Oh yeah, no, because he's
what do you do?
He's a devout follower of Dael. Have you ever walked into like a graveyard and it's like that slightly musty, like,
yeah,
and just like old smell?
Mhm.
It's not necessarily unpleasant, it's just that places like that have been around for a long time have a very distinct smell to them. It's kind of like you kind of get that tinge of just like old, and maybe not necessarily death, but just, you know,
Stale.
maybe you think about your mortality for just a
Stale.
second. Yeah,
Yeah.
stale. That's a good one.
Good one.
Stale.
Strangely moist. Yeah.
And you feel cold for a second because I mean he is in power, channeling the power of the goddess of death. But yeah, so it gives everyone +1 morale bonus on attack rolls and saving throws against fear effects.
That's excellent.
Does that give us a new roll against?
I'm gonna say it does.
I will take that. I need it. Why is this saying a -2? Oh, because I have the fear effect active.
I got another
I still
12.
passed.
Aski's no longer shaken.
Hooray!
That's good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Verdun,
And then,
any move actions?
Let's see. He will, because I might do some bless next round, so he'll move up to beside Asmar, and that'll be his turn.
Okay. All right, let's see here. And next up, we have Asmar.
Asmar is going to
Why is it
move
big? It should be tiny.
to there and prepare an action, ready an action to flank a bat once they move in and attack someone.
When you get a chance, can you shrink my little duder down, please?
You mean like I already did?
Hey, wait, reset the roll 20. Being roll 20.
It's okay.
Cool.
I'll fix him.
And I gave him a purposely pain in the ass to pronounce name.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Love that.
I'm gonna
IK
call it
apostrophe CH. You just call it ick.
Ick.
Yeah.
I hate
Ick's
it.
fine.
I hate it.
Even Fidrin doesn't know if he's pronouncing it correctly. It's fine. Just call him ick.
All right,
Call
his
it ick.
token should be the right size now.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Thank you.
Yep, and when you drag it off, it's the right size too.
Cool.
Nice. Garfolo, what are we doing?
Sorry, I have a lot of.
Let's summon demons,
Spells.
a creepy coloring and activity book. What the hell is wrong with you, Jess McLeese?
That was the book that they pulled out of the
the
locked
library.
cabinet. Yeah, from the library. It has the red cover and everything, just like you said.
I mean, I can't argue with that logic. That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful.
I guess I'll cast Acid Splash on this one.
Yeah.
So let me do a ranged touch attack.
Okay.
Um,
It's the one closest to you, right?
yeah.
Good.
Touch attack, so good at the level.
Okay. What did I just do? There it is. Okay.
That'll hit. High or low?
Always high.
Fantastic. Your acid hits it. It seems as though it's about to resist the acid, but because it's a weird hybrid freak of nature, whatever natural resistance it has seems to fail, and you deal the damage to it. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Sweet.
As it hisses and screams in pain.
As it sizzles.
Effectively rolling displacement.
It's a D3.
Yeah.
So 3.
Hey, 3 damage is 3 damage, man. He goes.
Yep.
Screeches and cries out in pain.
Plus, if it had any sort of regeneration, it'd be fucked.
That's only trolls.
Eeny,
I know.
miny.
I'm hoping that he's pulling troll
Yeah.
rolls. He gave him displacement just to get back at me for calculator. That's what it is.
Oh, that's what he's gonna do. Lausef, Asmar, you hear a voice in your head.
Uh-oh.
It says, "Did you feel the cold? He's one of them. Attack him and kill him before he kills you. Attack him and kill him before he kills you."
Went to make a will save on that?
You're gonna make a will save.
Do you hear him calling?
God, I can't roll I've rolled 3 11s on my will so far.
That is unfortunate.
Is that with the bless?
Bless is
12
only
with
against
bless.
fear.
Okay.
It's only against fear,
No.
though.
Yeah.
Oh.
The suggestion is to kill him. He's one of them. I did not specify who him is. I attempted to infer that it was Verdun, right? But you have just been suggested to attack your friend. And apparently you felt that was a reasonable suggestion. So you are compelled for the next 1 hour or until the task is complete.
Even if we kill the monster.
Yes, if you kill the monster, it's done. This bat devil flies down like a flying squirrel and attempts to attack your face. Jesus. 17 on the die. It bites you, digging its teeth into your, like, cheek and, like, tearing, and you take 3 damage as it bites you. Give me a fortitude save. Delicious, delicious dwarf.
Delicious. You said fortitude.
Yep.
Fortitude.
Fortudimals. God, I love level 1 encounters. They're so scary. You're good. You are
Yay.
good. ASCII. There's bat devils, and they look hungry, and this one up on the right here is eyeballing you like that little definitely a cleric looks delicious.
I take it my ready to action didn't go off, so I got suggested.
Correct.
Okay.
That suggestion sucks.
It does.
It was the one that attacked Garflow that did the suggestion.
You don't know
I
which
am-
one did the suggestion.
Okay.
You don't know that he's been suggested.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Yeah.
He's
It's not
just
like I can
he's just his hooded face is looking at Verdun like this motherfucker.
This is rough.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to coward my way out, and I will cast some shield on myself.
I just run. Expedition.
And then I'm assuming this is a door here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go inside here so that I'm not out in the open air.
Cool. That is a
And I
shop
will-
that is closed. You run into the door, slamming into it. Give me a strength check.
That is not a good skill for me. They're a good stat. Here you go.
You slam into the door and stop cold.
Cool.
The Bat Devil looks down, going screech.
The door doesn't even rattle in its frame. It was a 2.
Yeah, it does not rattle. You just you rattle. His Bat Devil leaps down onto ASCII. 7 is a miss.
Definitely.
Trying to bite you and bat at you. This Bat Devil here sees ASCII by herself, leaps over, flying down, swooping down to attack ASCII. 15?
No.
They're gonna get you. They're gonna get you. Coming for
Got 17 AC because of the shield.
you. Verdun.
Vidrin.
Verdun.
We're done. Yeah, you'll get it.
We're done. I'll get it.
You'll get it. It's fine.
Vidrin.
See.
I'm not gonna get it. I'm terrible with names. You know that, right?
You'll get there. You'll get
So
there.
bad with names.
Trying to see if I can bullshit my way through some stuff here. All right, I'm going. Yeah, I can. All right, that's gonna happen. All right, move to here.
Blau, I
Yeah.
appreciate you just playing a regular fighter.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
appreciate it. It's scary.
And I am going to cast a wonderful little spell called Color Spray.
Cool. Give me a concentration check, because you are in melee.
This is true. I shall do so. Where is that on the thing? There we go.
DC 15 plus double the spell level to cast offensively.
17's first level spell.
That is good. Right on the money, man. Right on the
right
money.
all the money.
Ooh, color spray. All right, will saves.
Yeah, DC 11 will
Oh,
save.
super fail. And save. So the one in the back line is going to fail. He is color sprayed.
Which is, depending on their hit die, 2 or less, they're unconscious, blinded and stunned. All
right, these guys
they're
have-
blinded and stunned.
He is blinded and stunned for 2d4 rounds. Wow. That guy's out of the fight. He goes, Yak!
1d4.
No, if 2 HD or less, creature's unconscious, blinded, and stunned for 2d4 rounds.
Oh, okay. They have 2
Then blinded and stunned for 1d4
Yeah, yeah.
rounds.
Well, I assume they had 2 more than hit that. Yeah, that's fine.
Then stunned for
Cool.
1 round. Like,
Yeah.
he's out of the fight. That was fantastic. The other one saved, which means he negates.
Yep, no, that's fine. So you know, just a blast of just pure channeled Willy Wonka bullshit. Just like a flashbang of pride flag, and just
That is beautiful.
wipes. You know, just
We
right in this
don't
guy's
know
face.
where we are rowing.
Asmar.
Asmar is going to move
give me
up
another-
and
give me
attempt
another
to.
will save, because that
Oh,
suggestion.
right.
Yeah, you get to try and resist it.
Oh,
Yeah,
so much
you're like,
better.
Why would I do that? That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Oh, that's so much better.
That's great. Literally the best you could have. That's fantastic.
True. Yeah, actually, just give me the AOO. Gonna flank there. I have an AC of 21,
This
so I
one
have yet to
says
attack.
Screech. Oh, possible crit miss. Confirm crit miss. And his punishment is as follows.
Death.
Oh,
Banishment. to
wow.
the
I don't
shadow.
actually have the critical miss cards in here. I thought I transferred them over, but apparently I didn't. So, but he's ooh, high or low on his resistance.
Low.
Nicely done. It seems like his skin wants to resist your blade, but gives way, and you carve into him, cutting him in half. He is dead.
Snipe.
Beautifully done, sir.
Oh, Asmar will call out. There's something around here messing with our minds.
Hey, Garflo, you hear a
Yes?
chittering sound from somewhere north of your location.
I don't appreciate that.
Garflo, it's your turn.
Let's see. Which direction did you say the chittering was coming from?
Somewhere north of you.
North.
Use your Witcher senses, obviously.
Obviously, I will
He
use
actually
my
has
Witcher
those.
sentence.
Yeah, it's weird. I do like this background.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it's good.
Cool, man. You guys are right there. Oh, you can't see my right there. Today's forecast.
I was just about to say you're
Today's
like just a weatherman.
forecast is a chance of bullshit with some devil incursions.
It's a low chance of good RNG. 100% chance of getting fucked.
You gonna get messed up.
We'll get messed up.
Is this three? We're 3 for 4 at this point, Atomic. This is
What?
good.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Everyone in
I'm.
McKinney is dead.
They've melted. They're literally dead. That's pretty funny.
Oh yeah, I know. What was it? It's like was it
It's literally
1,000?
10,000 degrees.
It's
There.
10,000 degrees.
Everyone in the game is dead.
All right, I'm going to activate my arcane focus,
Ooh,
which turns my weapon into a magic weapon.
that's good.
And then I am going to use my spell combat.
Ooh,
Right, you're Magus, bro.
right. You're a
Yep.
you're a magic.
I
Magus.
am.
A
I'm a
spell
goose.
sword, as they call them in
Yep.
D&D. But here we call
To-
them maguses.
Yes.
Maguses.
Magus.
Spell sword's a cooler name.
It
Spell
is.
sword
Yeah.
is cooler name.
It is.
I like magus better than spell sword because I'm
Wow.
not using a sword.
Wow, okay. Yeah, well, you know what I have to say about that.
Each their own, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're allowed to be wrong.
Yeah, I am.
Burpity burp burp.
Well, I just don't like the fact that mages took away the descriptor of mage for any spellcaster because now it's describing a specific thing.
It's true.
Okay. I'm going to cast Shocking Grasp,
That's good.
Toasty.
and then I'm going to attack
Guess what devils aren't immune or resistant to?
electric.
Electricity. Yeah, electricity. That's pretty
Boogie woogie woogie woogie. Let's see.
I'm excited, nervous, scared even. But jiggling with excitement.
Sorry, I have like oh, I should set that up as a debuff. Anyways, so yeah, when I'm using my spell thing, I'm essentially I have 2 weapon fighting
Okay.
penalties.
Yes. Well, that's.
I don't think that's gonna hit.
No. It flutters its wings and flaps them in your face. laughing
Okay,
at you.
well, my my spell is wasted. Huzzah!
That is unfortunate. All right. Let's see here. This thing is going to appearing next to you, Blousef, as it goes to stab you with its tail, is a tiny little imp, and it kind of looks
there.
familiar. And he's
You
like,
son of a bitch.
And he's like, you guys could have been. I'm an old-timey prospect imp. No, he's like, you little bastards. I was trying to be nice.
I was nice to him. I didn't do shit to
You
him.
still have a pact with him. He's not allowed to hurt you as long as you don't hurt him.
Yeah, you didn't say anything about him getting your friends to hurt you though. So he's gonna try and sting you flat-footed because he was invisible.
Yep.
What's your AC?
Flat-footed is 15.
Yep, that'll do it.
Oh yeah, that's not good.
All right, so he's gonna sting you, and give me a fort save.
No. That's not one.
Oh man.
Oh
That's not
no,
good.
no, I don't like it. That's bad. So he stings you for 1d2 2 damage. What a little prick.
Max roll.
And then you take. Ooh. 2
Dex
strength
damage, if I remember
damage.
right. Strength
Ooh.
damage.
Oh, it's
Ooh.
dex damage. Dex.
Dex. Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, and he cackles.
I remember from Nisara.
And he goes, he says. He's a real stick in the mud, I'll tell you that much. All
My
right.
AC go down.
So he goes, boop, boop. And he's just floating there in front of you. And he's grinning. Like a little prick. This bat devil is
Son of
dead.
a bitch he is.
Aski, you have a friend. His name is Bernard. He's a bat devil. And he was real focused on you, but now he's focused on Verduth. Verduth? That guy.
he'll get there in about 10 or 15 sessions. That's fine.
Okay, but the last session, I'll say it right on the last statement when I say your name for the
Do
last
I
time.
need to make a concentration check for drinking a potion as an alchemist?
No.
But drinking a potion, I believe, does provoke a attack of
Provokes.
opportunity.
Okay. I'm gonna provoke then.
Beautiful. This thing's gonna try and bite you. Nope.
No. I get some adhesive spittle.
Ooh.
I down a little potion and I shoot a globule over at our not friend imp.
Oh, shooting at the not friend imp. Devious.
Reflex
It
save.
no matter what, it is now entangled for 6 rounds.
That's amazing.
No matter what the save it makes, but it has to make a reflex save for a couple other things.
Is it a ranged touch attack or is it automatic?
This is no, I don't need to make a successful roll to hit.
Nice.
It's just automatic.
Oh,
And it fails. It is now glued to the floor.
I'm gonna say he's glued to the wall.
Sure,
He
that
hits him in the
works.
side, and he goes, God, what is this? Get it off! It burns! I hate it. That is
Perfect.
wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
You might need to move though. Doesn't it have a range of like 15 feet?
It doesn't.
I know the actual spell does. That's the only thing I found. It just says range of 15 feet.
Well, I'm provoking anyways. I'll just move. It's fine.
Yeah,
I will
you
move
can
within
move right
15,
Beautiful.
just to be safe.
They have combat reflexes.
And you hawk a loogie on it. This one here is
That was gross,
stunned
you're
for the
gross.
5 rounds.
You'll learn quick. I get to be that guy, but it goes both ways. So yeah.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
This
I was
bad
provoking
devil
attack of
says,
opportunity anyways.
"Krudh,
Doesn't matter."
I hate you and I want to eat you. It misses, and then it's gonna slash you with its wings.
Okay. The wings hit.
1 wing hits for 2 damage.
Good damage.
It says. Krudh, your turn.
Okay.
Screechity,
well,
screechity, screech.
it's already done it, and like Bless said, I highly doubt they have combat reflexes. I will. This character is. It's gonna be weird. This character is very much not offensive. It's very much a support character, which is a first for me. That's why I'm playing it. Try something different.
Good.
What I will do. Let's see what's the range. Let's see, that's touch. Can I move?
I'm gonna put a little globule on him.
I'm gonna move over Mia.
Little green
I'm going
globule.
to I'm gonna
Zoom in on
give Asmar a little bit of guidance and give him +1 on his next attack roll.
Awesome.
Love that.
And then yeah, that'll be it.
Love that journey for you. All right.
And then the familiar just
Gonna
follows me
make him
around.
bigger so he's easier to see. He's
Okay.
also spittled. And Asmar.
Asmar's going to 5 foot over.
Okay.
And he is going to attempt to, not coup de grace, but, essentially coup de grace. Just stick his sword to the thing against the wall.
Yeah.
6. And 4.
To 21.
No, I already included it.
Oh, you do.
20 for 7. That does some damage to him.
8.
He hates it. He's crying.
Oh, I need to make a save of my poison too, don't I?
You already made it this round. You'll make it next round. I'm not
Copy.
going to double hit you for poison. Garfolo.
All right, I'm going to try.
Why does anyone have regular names? Everyone has a weird ass fucking name. ASCII, Garflo. Why can't people just be George or I don't know?
I'm going to
Sarah?
try my shocking grasp again.
I don't know what to tell you, dude. You pronounce Calgadir correctly from day one, so
That's a normal name. I
yeah, it's a
on.
normal
I had a
name.
cousin named Calgadir.
You got a cousin named Calgadir.
7 unfortunately is a miss. I hate that. I hate that journey for you.
Yeah, me too.
That stinks. Come on, Miss Kitty, move. I can't see the computer screen. All right, the imp is, I believe they can attempt to break out of it.
It's a strength check or 15 damage with a slashing attack.
Ooh. Oh, man. He's going to try that strength check.
DC 16.
Nope.
Nope.
He's trying. But you also
DC
notice
16 is a
his
really good
wound
save
seems
for
to
a
heal
level
up a
1.
little bit as well.
I may have dumped a lot of stats to get my intelligence stupid high.
That's great. If your saves at level 1 or 16, it's going to go up real high at
ASCII,
later levels.
here you go.
I don't have the holy bombs yet because I'm still in my apprenticeship.
Yeah, you
So
just
I'm gonna
started
throw.
today, man. Like,
I
you
just
literally
started the
spent
day.
30 minutes, and he's like, "All right, I don't like you. I don't trust you, but I'm gonna teach you."
You don't even know what a sickle is. Get out of my ship.
No, you don't even know what a shickle is. Get out of my shop. Old-timey prospector, remember?
No,
I-
make the blacksmith sound like Frank.
Hey, all right, so here we go. My name's Frank Maseda. It's pretty good. I miss Frank.
I miss Frank too.
Oh, damn. What's the damage type? Frost?
Frost. Yeah.
Ooh.
Does it take any damage?
It takes
23
no
on touch.
damage.
I did not think it would.
The frost just kind of.
Yeah, I'm assuming if it does no
Wrecks
damage, it
off
doesn't even have the stagger effect. So.
No, it does not.
And I have
Splash
precision bombs, so I make it so that it doesn't hit Blau's
Also,
character.
Drew, if you could turn down
That's
your
smart.
That's smart.
gain slightly, you like your like volume went up like crazy high. You're peaking a little bit when you're talking. Just
No.
FYI. Yeah, no big deal. It seems
Okay.
fine now. Might have just been that you were leaning forward. I'm not sure, but now
Yeah,
you're good.
it could also be sometimes Zoom likes to turn the auto adjust volume thing back on too.
Yeah,
So it might be something worth checking.
that's okay. We'll figure it out. All right, this one's good. This one here is gonna go. Oh, look, a delicious Garflow. Let me go ahead and eat his face. That'll play. That'll play. That'll confirm, and that'll miss. So you're getting hit a couple times.
That's bad. Did he already have 3 damage on him, or was that somebody else? Me?
Uh,
Okay.
You take 13 damage as this thing just
What
tears
the-
into you.
Well,
Oh,
I drop. How's that?
You're at 0. You're
that's not good.
You're at
Yeah.
0. You are staggered as this thing just tears into you, just screeching and being angry.
How's my volume now?
Perfect.
sound good.
You sound amazing.
Yeah, it was just for like a second, so it might just be Zoom.
Give me a fortitude save.
Fucking with
Does
stuff.
it fit you?
Maybe I don't want to. Did you think of that?
Right, you can just auto fail. I don't care. It's only 1d20 constitution damage. It's not a big deal. Kidding.
Imagine.
Verdun, you're up next. You see Garflow. What kind of sound do you make?
Or
Garflow?
rumple.
Brr, he says. That's fair. And this
I'm
thing goes,
Garflow.
I'm Dr. Garden.
Uh,
What does he say?
Hmm.
That's so good. I don't know why. It's still one of the best moments of that campaign, man. Top 5 for sure. Top 3 for me personally.
number 1 for me. Number 1 in my heart.
That's fair. I appreciate it.
Let's go with. I'm gonna cast. I have an ability. I used it last time. Stardust, and I'm gonna use it on the imp.
Okay.
There is no save.
Everyone's
it's
focused on
just-
the- Meanwhile, Garflow is just getting eaten.
Well, you know, one at a time. So
Brick by brick.
yeah, it's just spirit ability. There's no save, but they take a penalty to attack and perception of -1. Let's see how many rounds is it. Oh, it doesn't say rounds. So that's all it says. But yeah, standard action. So the imp is, it's not like
Nice.
actually blinded, but you know he's covered in
He's
shiny-
got
he's covered in space glitter.
glitter! It gets everywhere. You can never get rid of it.
Yeah.
I hate
So,
this
but-
plane.
The big one is a -1 to attack and sight-based perception checks.
It also
smart.
can't go invisible, which
It
is
also
awesome.
can't go invisible. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Asmar's
best.
going to delay until after ASCII to see if they can stabilize the other front, and if not, we'll move over.
Garflow, it is your turn.
I guess save, right?
Yeah.
It's a con save, right?
You're not unconscious yet.
You don't need to start saving at 0. You're just staggered.
you're
You
just
can move
staggered.
or a standard action attack.
Okay.
Standard action will hurt you though.
Yeah. He's got his AOO back up at this point.
I'm definitely going to come over and try and heal you on my turn. So if you just want to delay till after me.
Yeah, why don't I do that? I'll hold
That's good.
action.
The imp is going to try to break its chains,
Don't do that.
I believe.
Spent a
Don't do
long
that.
time making that spit.
Whoa!
Well, that's that.
Breaks free. The spittle comes flying off.
It's still. Let me double check the wording, but I think it might still be entangled. It's just no longer stuck to the wall.
Yes. Double check the wording. It's important. It's definitely going to be scampering up the wall then. Provoking, but also trying to get the fuck away from you. I hate it, I hate it, I hate you!
And no one likes being sticky.
The wording's not great on this. It might have lost the entangled condition. I'm gonna say it's lost the entangled condition.
It's going to fly straight up then, up onto the roof, with its fly speed of 50 feet, and get up onto the roof, but that provokes attack of opportunity.
Yeah, it just
missed.
adhesive spittle just acts
Yeah.
as a tanglefoot bag, so once he breaks
Yeah.
free, he's free.
ASCII, you're up next.
I'm gonna meander down here. Do a little one of these.
Tickle him.
7 HP into
Pretty
you. Hit you with one of my little.
The power of Kleidos.
Just dump a potion on your like body.
You just stab him with some epinephrine. You're just like,
Gah!
I really like the idea that all of ASCII's potions are like
You have a ready to
absorbed
action.
through the skin, so
By
she
the
just
way,
dumps them through people
You have
onto
a ready
people.
to action, Asmar. What are you going to be doing with it?
Okay, I delayed, so my turn actually moved. He's gonna move.
I'm going to move you down to 7.7. 7 on the dot.
well, did you not get a AOO when that imp moved?
I did. I AO'd. I didn't use my turn.
Oh, I didn't see either. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
I didn't see
he's
Now
gonna
you give me
move
another
over.
fortitude save.
It's since I healed him and Garflo delayed, it's Garflo's turn before whatever.
I delayed before he did.
Okay.
So you still have the -2 dex damage, but it is your go.
That's all I did. I just moved. That's all I could do with the.
Okay.
Oh no, I delayed. I actually have my full turn. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't ready. You were right.
I got you, baby bird. I'm not gonna cheat you. Ooh,
Nice.
nice damage
20
for
for 9.
9. Nice damage for 9. High or low?
Low.
Nice. Full damage goes through. This thing looks nearly dead. And sad. Nearly dead and sad.
Yeah.
Garflo, it's your go.
All right, well, I'm out of useful spells, so I love playing a first level
Low level caster. The
spellcaster.
best.
Oh,
Yeah, it's so
Literally
great,
the coolest
especially a
thing
low level half caster.
It's like up to level
Um,
5. Even full casters suck.
Yeah, until the switch flips.
And the switch
Attack.
flips.
ever. And then they kill everything.
Okay, and
Oh, I have access to 3rd level spells. I guess I'll
Fireball.
just murder that room.
delete.
Oh, it's
Delete.
immune to fire. I will meta magic it to acid. 15's a hit. High or low on the DC.
Hi.
Perfect.
This is really
Finally.
working out for us.
You take the mace and you smack it the side of the head, and its head is crushed in, and it goes eck, and it collapses to the ground, dead.
Huzzah!
Da-na-na-na.
Hip, hip.
As these things are killed, and the one that's sleeping and unconscious, you can coup de grace easily.
Oh, capture.
Ooh, you're gonna capture it.
Asmar will. I mean, unless someone like kills it
How
out of his
big are
hands.
these?
Yeah.
They are the
How's a bat?
size of like double the size of a normal bat.
Okay.
They're not too big.
It's like the size of a house cat with wings.
Okay.
And a long face. Yeah.
Slightly bigger than imps, then.
Whose turn is it? What's going on?
Combat's over. This imp is
Oh,
gonna fuck
the
off.
imp's gone.
Yeah, it's gonna fuck off.
What's its fly speed? We can't catch it.
50.
We can't catch it.
What direct? Oh, it just fucks off to the east.
Yeah, fucks off to the east. I'm gonna go ahead and stop combat, and as combat ends, the sounds of the city return, as if you are coming out of like you were underwater, and you can start to hear them, and as you surface, you can hear everything much more clear. It's not muffled, and the sounds of the city return, and you have this weird little creature in front of you that is
We're
unconscious
just gonna find a
and bound.
bucket or a cask or something to shove it in there and tie it closed with a rope.
I love it. You have a tiny little bat devil. The other ones start to melt and turn into like slaggy mush. The other
Oh.
two. Yeah.
Igor.
And they smell really bad. Like compost.
Glad we're down the street from Gorm.
Like damp compost. Yeah. It's
You
gross.
okay,
Nasty.
Garflo?
I suppose as okay as one can be. I'm still slightly injured.
I'm kind of out of
Spells.
Energy.
Energy spell.
They tried to tamper with my mind at the beginning of that engagement. I think it was the imp.
uh
Or I should say the fiend. He doesn't know it's an imp.
Maybe
I
he
like
was just-
low spawn. I like just calling everything low spawn.
Maybe he was just being offensive. Maybe he called it an imp just because he was being offensive. But he's actually right.
He's just a dick, yeah.
uh
Let's get back to the Gorm before more of them come.
I concur.
yeah.
Guys, make your way back with a bucket with a weird hybrid monster.
Just in a bag,
Just in a bag.
like a snake.
Yeah.
Making my way downtown.
Every time it starts moving, you just slam it on something.
Punch it, yeah.
Just punch it. Yeah.
All right. The library cat watches as you guys leave, and you guys enter back into the Gorm. And as you get in, you have a bat in a bag. Not to be confused with a bag bat, but a bat in a bag.
Well, obviously, completely different things. That'd be ludicrous.
And I'm going to go ahead and make him a little smaller just so he's not taking up too much space. He's no longer unconscious and is angry at this point, and is calling everyone bad names.
Oh, like in common?
Yes, in common. He's calling you ugly, and he says that one isn't even a cleric. And
Just
And-
throttling it.
as you enter
Legitimately
in-
loses her shit.
As you enter
Just-
in, Zerphonos is sitting at the end of the table, and he's got a bunch of paperwork in front of him, but it's much more organized than it was earlier with Owen and him. And he looks up and he goes, do you have a cat in a bag? Why is it?
No, it's much worse than that. It
Why
keeps
is it-
saying lies too.
Why
Who
is
keeps putting cats in bags anyway? Cats hate
That's-
bags.
That seems very yeah. Oh, all right. Well, you're back, which is good. You're not dead. Things in the city seem fine. What the hell is in the bag?
Low spawn.
A weird
Sorry, what?
bat devil creature that we
Bat devil. What?
part of a group that attacked us, and we subdued one for
You were attacked?
some reason.
Multiple times.
Why is Garflo bleeding?
The attacks we mentioned.
He does that more often than not, I've found.
Listen, I'm doing my best.
Yeah.
The bad
We
creatures
are.
were surprisingly vicious. We killed, 3 and then subdued 1 for research purposes or interrogation.
In case you wanted to see it. I didn't know it could talk at the time. Shut the hell up.
He nods
It's
slowly.
like a
as
parrot, it only
Zerphonos
knows swear
is like,
words.
Punches it again.
"You fucking piece of shit, fucking stupid fucking he tries to bite you through the bag and can't. It's angry.
I don't know how much you're going to get out of interrogating it. It clearly lies a lot about things.
I can smell the chemicals on her stupid face and her stupid hat.
I have a hobby. That's fine. okay.
People have hobbies. Fuck you.
I could be a cleric and have a hobby. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
I beg to differ with your 2 skill points.
Oh, that's funny. We are laughing. We are laughing. So Zerphonos will get your briefing of what's transpired. And as the co-leader of this particular branch of the GORM, he is going to encourage you all to... He likes the idea of this searching for maybe a place of power. maybe an old monastery, a temple, something that rings true to him. And although earlier, the day before, you had met with him and he seemed very all over the place, even a little bit comical, he mentions that he has secured for this guild a 6-month, regardless of whether or not the militia shows back up, contract with the mayor to help defend the city and maybe even help train some of the locals to defend themselves. The mayor has had this drastic change of heart that he doesn't feel like he should rely upon the Lord as much.
I mean, they're not even
because
here.
They're not
you
even
know?
here, right? So
Yeah.
he's like, we got to take care of our own, because if this happens again and we're defenseless, we could all die. You know,
The
we could get
taxes that
raided.
were going to the Lord should be going to the GORM, if you know what I mean.
I mean, you're not wrong.
That's a lot of shit talk from such a flammable house.
Wow. Yeah.
Talk a lot of shit for a man in Molotov range.
Don't that shit for a fake cleric, stupid. Just hitting it on the table. You're a monster.
Yeah, it's a devil. Who gives
So
a
you've
shit?
got some time to discuss amongst yourselves. You'll have a debriefing. Anything particular you'd want to fill Zerphonos in on? I'm going to go ahead and just kind of move you guys down the way here.
Yeah.
Get
Asmar will
Uh,
hand over the sack and say, use this to renegotiate. There's fiends about.
Ooh, and he will take it. The thing's like, I'm not a negotiating piece. And Zerphonos just takes it and hits it on the table. And it think apparently gets knocked out. And he goes, all right, thank you.
Just don't listen to it. It's a liar.
Yeah, well, I can tell that much. It said you
And,
weren't a cleric, which you clearly are.
That's what
Yeah.
I've been saying to everyone.
Well,
Yes.
I'm gonna see
Is-
to this thing.
Was someone in doubt of that?
I
At any
No.
point?
I wasn't, for sure. Well, he's gonna
Look,
go off. He's
all
gonna
right.
head off to go see the mayor. Gonna head off to go see the mayor. Like, so mayor, you know that 6-month contract? Let's go for a year. So you have some time to discuss, and there's also a map room inside of here where you guys would actually start. Verdun,
Yeah.
that's where we first met Verdun and Asmar. There is a map room. That is, we're not sure how accurate it is, but you guys can go and look at the map and look at some local areas around and see if there's anything interesting. If you'd like to do that, I think that'd be a cool little research point.
Yeah, let's go take a look.
Yeah.
And Asmar suggests definitely bed rest before we head off again.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Oh, yeah.
I have
I am-
lingering trace of poison in my veins still.
I am out of divine energy.
You liar.
Who's laughing? Oh, yeah, you're laughing.
That's. I don't care who you are. That's funny.
Such a good bit.
It's such a good bit. Such a good bit. I love it so much. All right. So, as you guys look at the map, you can see that there are, obviously the Boarwood Thicket, Chardes, who is the other city that is inside and close to Castle Fast. Excuse me. And as you do a little research, give me knowledge geography, survival, or knowledge local. Those are the three that'll allow you to sort of look at the different locations and see if there's anything that stands out to you.
Said, sorry, what were the three again?
I did say
Geography,
survival.
local.
Yep, geography, local, or
Acrobatics, climb, handle animal.
You got nature. Here, I got survival.
I got the planes.
I don't. I got plains, religion, and nature. Did you take nature?
Yeah, my skills will come online next level once I take my level of rogue.
Vidrin said I wasn't a cleric, and I just want everyone to know that I am.
But you didn't say you were a cleric.
Yes, you did. You did when the episode.
I don't remember saying it.
Okay.
Well, good.
All right. So, what do we get? What's our rolls? 23.
Pretty good.
Perfect. Aski, you're the one that notices that there is on this map. It's an old map, maybe even before Godfall. We're not sure, but there is a mark that sort of stands out, and you just noticed it. You've probably looked at this map before, but you just noticed it. But north into the deep, dense forest of the Boarwood Thicket, there is a small little symbol of a long dead god that's just kind of sitting there. You're not even sure which one it is. One of the old long dead gods, all right? But it's sitting there. And give me a knowledge religion check.
I can do that.
I hope you can. You're a cleric.
I am.
Might I also partake?
Yep.
I
and
rolled
once you points
middling.
it out,
Did you guys share the information about where the last thing we found out, where the veils meet or whatever?
I'm curious.
No,
What,
all the information. Yeah, no, we'll cast Phil in and bring everyone up to speed on what we found.
Mhm.
Even though he'll even bring up the fiction. You know, because
the thin veil where the old gods and the new collide.
possibly a convergence point of two planes, perhaps, where reality is thinnest.
The old gods.
that symbol, ASCII, is a
Yeah.
symbol of a monastery. That's what that symbol represents.
So it's not a god at all. It's a monastery.
But it is a symbol of an old god, but it was used to represent locations of monasteries in old times. There was like a
Not a
Zeus-like figure in the old pantheon. That is the symbol.
Mm.
That exists here.
Okay. I will point this out to people. It's an old monastery, and that relates back to your old gods line. Maybe this is where the old and new, and the veil is the weakest.
Something that would point out to you, the attack took place to the south. This location is to the north. Just something to take into consideration.
Is it any sort of, like on the map, is it a straight shot? Is it a
It's
it
through.
effectively
There's no road that leads there. It is.
I know,
through
but
dense
just
forest.
the two locations, is it like a straight line? Because
Phenomenal.
he's thinking is
Phenomenal
if they're trying to
question,
do
by the way. Guess what?
yeah.
It literally goes directly through the center of town from that location to where the other one was got.
Okay, because he's
It cuts
thinking,
through.
Cult shit, oh, let's slap a
Pentagram on the map, yeah.
pentagram, whatever. There might be, if we can kind of triangulate, maybe this
Mhm.
is what they're up to, some sort of ritual
You
thing.
think there's a pentagram of that size across the entirety of the nation?
My theory is this: look at the map and look how everything's laid out. It's very rare for two locations to be in such a direct and straight line from each other.
It cuts if you map it, you're 99% sure it cuts directly through the center of the town.
It's possible that they may be attempting to perform rituals in some sort of shape of significance to them, and then whatever their primary goal is, it will happen in the middle of that shape. It's just a theory.
Where did the militia go? Did they disappear or did they leave? Is this related to Castle Foss? Like, should we? Obviously, we should go to this monastery. I find the significance of the old gods beating the new gods being too much of a coincidence to pass up. But I feel like we should also maybe. I feel like tracking the militia is also important. Maybe not our first priority, but
And
We need horses if we're going to go to Castle Foss in a reasonable amount of time.
can we mark where that monastery is on the map, just so we have reference for
Right there.
Oh,
It's
is
that's-
that building? Okay.
I even got a little label on it. Here, I'll let you guys see the label. All players. Oh, the monastery. Not to be confused with Montessori, the learning school. Thanks, Jasper.
Anytime.
Jasper's always good for a laugh when I tell a dumb joke.
Yeah. How far is Castle Fast in travel time?
70 miles.
70 miles.
So several days.
So, yeah, 3 days. Well, 3-4 days. I guess it depends if we're on horseback or not. But...
Yeah, 75 miles.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think it's the priority. I just think it's something to be aware of.
Well, we have to investigate all possibilities. It could be the smallest thing could turn out to be incredibly important.
I wonder what that magic is that they use to kind of isolate us from the rest of the town. I wonder if the imp itself did that, or if that was some sort of bigger effect.
Can I make a spellcraft check and see if I
You
know
may.
anything that's does that? I mean, I'm assuming.
Good luck.
it's- Well,
I'll
yeah.
toss that my hat in the rink as well. Not good.
Were there any
give you a
inhabited
20.
buildings within eyeshot of where we were?
Say again?
Like houses and were there any like inhabited buildings in eyeshot
Yes.
of where the fight went down? Like
There were.
houses and stuff, not just businesses?
There you go.
Garfolo with the fucking nat 20. Can't
I'll
argue
buy
with
that for
shit.
$1.
Hey Garfolo, you remember reading in that book there was mention of basically ley lines of power, and these ley lines of power can occasionally, if activated, or perhaps in the if something, a creature that is directly like connected with it is within proximity of it, it can shift people partially from one place to another. You may have been shifted out of your reality into another one that is similar to this. That is what your mind is telling you right now. Like that is what your research, like you got like shifted to another plane of existence for a second and you fought these things. It could have been intentional. It also could have just been circumstantial. That you're not sure of.
I relay this to the rest of the group.
That was a good roll.
Well, I regularly see into the spirit world on a he kind of like sighs
What
too
Garflo
often
would
basis.
explain to you, it seems kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So us phasing partially into another plane that does make sense. Because after the battle, did anybody kind of going off the blouse? I mean, was there anybody spooked? Or was there anybody like, oh shit, there's a fight, run away? Or is people just
went back.
didn't even notice?
Like literally, it's just like
Okay.
everything just went back to normal. It's like
Okay.
all of a sudden,
Yeah,
it was
so that-
almost like it was a vision, but it was real. I mean, you know, he's poisoned. He has his face
Yeah,
chewed
yeah,
off again.
Yeah, like
Two
the
sessions
sound
in a
wasn't
row.
there, the sound came back, and people started walking down the street again.
I agree with your theory, Garflo. I believe that yes, we were plane shifted to an extent.
Can anyone in here see these ley lines? Know when we're susceptible to maybe being transfixed?
I can't even see the imp half the time.
We do have some extra sight in this group,
We
although
would
I
need-
am not privy.
That is, the arcane is beyond my means. I merely see into the spirit realm.
What about you, Garflo?
I can detect magics, but I don't have any special sight.
We would need a wizard of some power to. They might have a map of ley lines and where they overlap.
I've heard
What it-
some druids can see it.
Some druids, yes.
We might be able to trace them down too if we put time into it.
It's not super critical. It's just would be nice to know when we could be ambushed in that same way.
Well, it's a very good theory.
It seems the town is not safe because it is on top of a ley line.
It could also, going back to my previous idea of, I mean, maybe they're not performing some sort of using some sort of unholy shape for the rituals, but maybe just overlapping places of great power. So mapping ley lines could definitely give us an insight onto where they might be found next.
I think if that monastery lays on a ley line, we might want to investigate it as our highest priority.
I concur.
I think for now, we're having the silver weapons made, as well as I'm studying at the blacksmith. I think we should spend the 2 days gearing up for that. Maybe acquiring
The town.
horses
Yeah,
if we can.
we need some horses.
We're getting an influx of money now that the GORM is running defensive detail. We might be able to take some loan horses from the GORM.
I've got enough gold. We could probably just buy horses, honestly.
Horses are 100 gold apiece.
Oh, they are? Oh, shit. Okay. I can buy a horse.
You
Fuck
could
you.
probably do
Well,
some horse rentals.
Well, combat trained horses
Might use
are
the
100
GORM's
gold apiece.
horses.
Well, right now,
Riding horses are I think
There's
35, 40.
benefits
Yeah.
of being part of the military, of the mercenary organization. Take
Yeah.
advantage. Take
Yeah, yeah.
advantage.
Use the bennies.
Yeah, come on. Spend your pennies.
I think that while we are getting these silver weapons and while I'm apprenticing, we should try and avoid being too far apart from each other. Since this is a ley line, and we are clearly being targeted for our knowledge, we don't want to get attacked again in the same kind of way alone.
I don't think we should be alone at all.
Yeah,
I think we
That's
should
what
be
I'm
in pairs
saying.
at minimum.
yes.
exactly.
Eat together.
Everybody grab a medal,
sleep
buddy.
Together. Braid your beards. alchemy, whatever you gotta do. It's good.
Aw.
Well, couple things, gentlemen. I'm a benevolent game master. I'm going to give everyone level 2 at this point.
Yes.
Because I think the roleplay has been significant enough, and I don't like level 1 encounters that much. Because
I don't either. I don't
Yeah.
either.
just, like, that level 2 boost to HP and everything is just nice. And then I can
I'm
actually
telling
play
you,
out.
man. Start campaigns level 2. It's the fucking game changer.
Yeah.
Level 2,
I love
dude,
it.
Level 2 or level
See,
3. That's
I
like my
like
minimum
a
usually.
level 1 start, but you're there for a session and a half, maybe 2 sessions. It's
Mhm.
quick. It gets you that little bit of like, okay, it's scary, things are weird, but it's all about balancing the encounter. My goal with that encounter was like scary, but they only had a +4 to attack, right? They had some different abilities, but the DCs.
How
were
many
also set
attacks
really
did they have?
They had 3.
Yeah.
Well, they had the bite. They had the bite in the wings, so that's normal for a creature like that.
It's all right.
Anything with wings.
But it was
usually
fun.
gets free.
So we're gonna go up to
Yeah.
level 2, and I think this is a good place to call it at this point. I think this is a good place to call it. We'll pick back up next week with you guys doing a little bit of in the village in the city of Krudh, and then moving on to. It sounds like we're gonna go investigate the monastery. So we're gonna do a little bit of wilderness exploration as we travel into the Boarwood thicket, deep in the Boarwood thicket. Boarwood thicket. Yeah, that's
Roll the
same
credits.
campaign.
He said the name of the
Yeah,
thing.
that's the name of the thing. So as I always say at the
Our-
end of every session, any final thoughts, questions, comments, or concerns before I get ready to release you guys back to the wilds?
That's good. I like the role play of trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. It's always especially in a world that we don't, it's not like Galarian.
Don't know
so
exactly. Yeah.
yeah, so you can't even rely on what you know as a player.
I appreciate you guys leaning into the research part, which is something that I really wanted to have happen, because part of this is kind of discovering like what's interesting, what kind of things exist in this world, and I'm testing out different ideas of what might be compelling to characters and seeing what you guys latch onto. So I really appreciate you guys leaning into it. It was fun. The different RP scenes were fun. I had a great time. So yeah, anybody else with anything?
It's also interesting just based on our party makeup, and we've effectively got 3 casters more or less and 1 marshal, so we can lean into the research and stuff a bit harder
Absolutely.
than just running around and punching stuff in the
It's
face.
one of my favorite parts of Call of Cthulhu, the game, is the research part. And like I kind of been pulling a little bit from that concept of like, let's research, let's figure out what's going on, let's look into different ideas, let's brainstorm. Part of the reason I made the map room is because I sort of envisioned this as like, oh, we have a map of the region, like where's interesting spots you guys can come back to, like these like important scenes, like locations, I guess sets you can call it.
We have to go capture the towers to unlock parts of the map.
Climb to the top,
Climb
hear
to
an
the top.
eagle sound,
Eagle
jump
sound,
in a hay
yeah.
bale.
Well, as I always say at the end of every session, thank you so much, guys, for playing. Without you, it's impossible. Thanks for your patience with me over the last couple weeks. It's great to be back. We'll be back again next Monday. In the meantime, be well, be safe, happy gaming, and remember, the dice have a story to tell. And until next time, be safe, my friends. Cheers.